Okay, continuing in chapter 3, the secret doctrine. The secret doctrine, also known as the perennial philosophy, is a concept in occultism that suggests all religions share a common origin. After the scattering of nations and diversification of languages, a secret priesthood spread across different cultures, carrying with them core religious ideas from Babel. The figures of Nimrod, Tammuz, and Semiramis were fragmented into various gods and demigods across different cultures, but their essential attributes remained. The secret is that all of these varied religious expressions have a single root at the core and are essentially the same to those who are initiated to understand. The center tenet of the perennial philosophy is that Lucifer, the light bearer, is the source of all these religions. The unholy trinity of Babel, with varying names but similar characteristics, appears in major world empires such as Egypt, Persia, Greece, and Rome. Common themes include enlightenment, deification of man, and references to ancient gods or Nephilim. Each empire had celebrated mythology dedicated to stories of fallen angels, demigods, mating with humans and producing hybrid offspring, echoing pre-flood Nephilim events celebrated by Nimrod, who allegedly became a Gibberim himself. Each of these empires also had a priesthood that introduced the population to the worship of their ruler, who was said to be God manifested on earth and divinely appointed to rule with absolute authority. All of this was patterned after Nimrod and Tammuz. The narrative of Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz recur throughout these empires in various forms. Babylon, Nimrod, Semiramis, Tammuz; Egypt, Osiris, Isis, and Horus; Persia, Ahura, Mazda, Anahita, and Mithra, which reminds me of Godzilla and Mothra, but anyway. Greece, Zeus, Hera, and Apollo; and in Rome, Jupiter, Juno, and Bacchus. And I know I probably butchered some of those, but anyway, you get the point. This mythology wasn't merely abstract religious belief, but was intricately woven into the fabric of ancient societies and their power structures. In Egypt, pharaohs were considered divine, often referred to as the son of Ra, embodying Horus on earth. This deification of rulers continued in the Roman Empire, where emperors were worshipped as gods, with Augustus being called Son of God. We see echoes of this in Nebuchadnezzar's golden statue in Daniel, demanding worship and representing the king as a divine figure. These rulers were supported by powerful priesthoods: the wise men and astrologers of Babylon and Persia, the priests of Egypt, and the Roman pontifices, from which the Catholics get the title Pontifex Maximus, designating the Pope not only as head of the church, but protector of all the mysteries related to the pagan gods. Wow. That still blows me away. These religious elites, keepers of esoteric knowledge and mysteries, played crucial roles in legitimizing and maintaining royal authority. They interpreted omens, performed rituals, and essentially acted as intermediaries between the divine rulers and the common people. This system of ruler worship, supported by priestly classes, forms a key part of the Babylonian religious political model that has persisted throughout history and continues to influence institutions today, including some aspects of organized Christianity. The book of Revelation describes a final beast system as the eighth kingdom, emerging from the abyss and related to 7 previous kingdoms. Some interpret this as referring to Nimrod, a figure central to Masonic and mystery religions. According to this interpretation, Nimrod is imprisoned in Tartarus with fallen angels. Revelation 9 states that Apollyon, the Greco-Roman equivalent of Tammuz, son of Zeus or Nimrod, will open the abyss, potentially releasing this entity. Revelation 17:11. And the beast that was and is not, even he is the eighth, and is of the 7, and goes into perdition. Revelation 9:1-2 and 11:1. And the 5th angel sounded, and I saw a star fall from heaven unto the earth, and to him was given the key of the bottomless pit. And he opened the bottomless pit, and there arose a smoke out of the pit as the smoke of a great furnace. And the sun and the air were darkened by reason of the smoke of the pit. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue has his name Apollyon. All idols and false gods in the post-flood world ultimately stem from the unholy trinity of Nimrod, Semiramis, and Tammuz, representing the worship of Satan and his angels. This unholy trinity prefigures the Antichrist mentioned by Paul and John, a counterfeit to God's plan. In Revelation 9, the abyss will be opened, and Apollyon will emerge to become the beast. At about that time, Satan will also lose all access to heaven, along with a third of his fallen angels, and we are told they will actually be cast down to earth. Revelation 12:7-9. The Bible pronounces woe on the inhabitants of the earth at that time because of the great wrath of the dragon, who has been cast down and knows that his time is short. But the occultists look forward to this day as the initiation into a new and glorious age when the gods of old are again able to walk with men. That's found in 2 Thessalonians 2:9-10 and Daniel 11:38. These religious concepts have significantly influenced the ideologies and structures of major world empires throughout history. By studying the writings of influential historical figures, one can trace the evolution of various belief systems and religious groups, revealing the hidden forces behind the rise and fall of empires that opposed God's kingdom and his followers. When I came to know the Lord, it was through a friend who had written a dense, unpublished book, Principalities, which meticulously documented these connections by analyzing the writings of various groups. There really has been a singular belief system at the root of the world empires since Babel that centers around these concepts, which was embraced by well-known philosophers, priests, and statesmen in various periods, even into the present. While not all conspiracy theories are credible, it is important to maintain a basic awareness of these spiritual influences. Ephesians 6:12. If we understand this, we realize there are only 2 religions on the earth, There is the revealed religion of God concerning his Christ, and then there is Satan's counterfeit, which is related to the seed of the serpent. All of the other religions are really just one religion with this false Christ at the center. Again, this is what the occultists called the perennial philosophy. They know that the different religions are just a guise for the consumption of the populace. But when you're initiated into the depths of the religion and you understand its symbols, you learn it all the same. Amen.